Top Dog Morning Laddie, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If. Welcome back. Or sorry if you missed the first part. Right? Yeah. So welcome to the What If Zuko Was Infinity Worm? Its actual name is called Infinity Multiverse Worm, but I'm shortening it down to Infinity Worm. Because infinity gives us all everything. So yeah. So yeah. So now I'm zooming to this what if like I always do. And Zuko, who had such a good luck. Or a flaming luck quirk. So basically, like every time that he gets, or every time he touches fire with his hand, instead of having like bad luck to himself, like burning himself, he gets the opposite effect. And so, yeah, let's begin. Zuko and Zumi were born. The Zuko, so at age of 3 years old, they had friends like Bakugo, Momo, It's This I'm Momo, and of course, it was just those two, Bakugo and Momo. And the reason why Momo chose to be the friends to Zuko and Zumi is that she actually has a crush on Zuko. Like she wants him to be her like boyfriend. She even says that to him. So, as time progressed, so they went out for a walk in a forest, and Bakugo didn't have his like usual squad, that flying dude and the long fingers dude. But Zuko, continue. So Zuko ends up falling into a hole, like a trap. They thought he was dead because how deep it was. But lucky for Zuko, he landed in water. But in the whole thing wasn't like natural. It was it was a trap from the ancient people. like way before time itself. So there was spikes on the bottom on him. So, but he fell super lucky on him that he fell into the water. As when he got up, he checked his organs to see what's because he saw spikes. He looks at himself. There's nothing, like not even a piercing through him, because he dodged all the attacks or the spikes. Because the average person, like the average adult, here, hold on. Let's go over to anime spikes. Yeah, like the trap card. Okay? Let's go over to images instead. Here. He was like falling in like that. But he thought he was like did like that. Huh. But somehow Zuko survived it and landed peacefully in the water. Zuko got up as he walks in the deep cave. He had no flashlight. He had no equipment. So he's really stumbling into the darkness. And he went in and like he walks in further and further in. The only things that were left that was from the ancient history thing was the torches, like a shrine. As the guy walking down, Zuko was walking down, as he ends up finding a whole arsenal of weapons. Like because it was so guarded underneath the ground, he looked around and some of the some of the items were drawn to him. Like every single part of the armors, like the weapons from the entire universe, multiverse, was here. There was Infinity Gauntlet from Avengers universe, Ben 10's Omnitrix, the everything. He wasn't greed. He didn't want it, but they all chose him. As they flew right towards him, the Omnitrix went onto his left arm. The Infinity Gauntlet went in first, and then his entire body on him, as there was one special. It was a infinity worm that crawled up its spine and infused itself with all the weapons from the multiverse. As Zuku's body, as he's scowling in pain, as his body starts to transform into a big monster with tendrils of his arms growing into biggest arms, and those weapons that he had, or that was connected to him, was fused into his body. So imagine the pain that you felt. Just imagine how werewolves feel when they transform. But imagine that pain for like way longer. He wanted to be like out of the pain. So yeah, his skin, or his scales that are on his skin that transformed, was actually from a alternate, or should I say what if, series that I used to watch. Was the what if Deku was the Gargantuan Leviathan. It's a pretty good anime. Or pretty good what if. Yeah. If you haven't watched it, why are you here? Go check it out. So, yeah. Now, let's do a time skip. Zuko was 3. So then his sister, his 2 friends, or his friend and his girlfriend, thought he was presumed dead. Yeah. So then All For One, so Zumi, I'll get past the Zumi part first, or after. So Zumi was crying, and she goes to, of course, the quirk doctor, and the quirk doctor tells Zumi that you would have been, or you have flame control quirk, so like Fire Fist Ace, and he says this devil fruit thing. So yeah, and then for your brother, if he was here, he would have had probably a flame luck. What does that do? Well, flame luck allows you to, whatever every time you touch the fire, but instead of having burning your arm, you actually have it goes into your body and makes you lucky. Might be weak, but that's okay. So, yeah. Okay? So then, yeah. So then oh boy. Sorry. So now we're moving on to, let's see how long this is. Okay. So, yeah, time skip to All for One versus All Might. And All Might did give Zumi one for all on top of her, like, quirk that already, yeah. But so, All for One was like, thing says to All Might that the, eh, before I kill you, there's, what, have you ever heard of a monster? This monster is interested, or actually, I'm interested in this monster. It has more. There's rumors going around. As All for One, or as All Might is like, what kind of rumors? There's no animals around. So then, yeah. So then the Bakugo was there. And of course, as All for One looks over at All Might and says, "You'll probably be dead before you even get a chance to capture him and experiment on him." As a voice comes out of out of the thin air. "I'll make a better. I'll make that bet." As a young man, or a 15-year-old kid with eyes green, sorry, in like, yeah, and with green hair, as he says, "I'll take that bet. You're All for One." As Bakugo looks over, and he could not believe that his friend survived, as Bakugo was about to thinking about going over there. But All for One says, you're that, you're not fooling anyone with that, like, illusion. As Bakugo sees, it's just a illusion. So then a monster, as he says, you're the monster around here. All for One. As he transforms, or he shows his true appearance. As it charges in. I need that. And I'm using One Punch Man, so Punch Man, Giant. So as Zuko runs in full bore at All for One, as he grabs him with the pincers, as he picks him up, as he tells All for One that I have known that you always chose to fight All Might above the rest of the villains, or above the pro heroes. I always wondering why. As he's slamming All for One into a building. And then picking himself back up. And as he uses his tendril, his human arm, or his monster arm from the Doomsday Zuku's, to picking him up, looking right at him with anger in his eyes. I mean, as he tells him, he told All for One that it's time for him to feel the wrath. As All for One got killed. All for One got killed by this monster. As he turns his sights to All Might and the Citizen. As he goes over, crawls right to All for One, or All Might, because All for One was dead completely. As he uses his giant arms, as he picks up All Might, but instead of eating him, he puts him far away. As he grabs the debris and throws it away. As he goes back, like he left. And like, everybody's like, what the heck? Why did that monster try to help the Citizen get out and leave? Does it have a message? So then the rumors were flying. Everyone was hiding in their house. Pro heroes even like tries to find the monster and kill it. So they find the monster, capture it, and then kill it. So that it won't cause any mayhem anymore. So, yeah. So yeah. So this is what I'm like talking about. Because his monstrous appearance was like, yeah. He told them that you really. So they found a piece of him. Or they found his lair. Him sleeping. As he had pictures of Momo, Zumi, Bakugo, Class 1A, Class 1B, and that was mounted on the walls as Class 1A, Class 1B students and the pro heroes were wondering, how did he know that who we all are? As there's a little sign. Hey, but I won't read it because it's so it says, please help me. So then they had a trap out. So then the monster comes out of the ground, and they captured it. Now it is time for them to kill it. And yeah, Asashi was Asashi was the one that will do it. Because he thought the monster consumed his son. And yeah. So then basically, yeah, Zuko was normally monsters, or what? Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, so yeah, so the monsters, or normal monsters, they just like wanted to kill everybody. But Zuko was the opposite. He wanted someone to kill him to end his pain. As a voice inside Asashi's head and says, "Go ahead." And as he says, "Father." And so he lays there. As Asashi kind of feels bad for the creature. Because they were killing the monster off. So, as Inko could sense something inside of Zuko, or inside that monster. And Zumi actually sensed her brother is that monster. As Asashi, or as Zumi says, wait, don't kill him. Why? He is my brother. He is my brother. Maybe him. Zuko. Who? Can you hear me? As a voice, he says, I can hear you. I can see you right in front of me. I'm a monster. I'm a freak show. That's why I wanted Asashi, as he turns his head and looking at Asashi, to kill me, to ending my suffering. And as Zumi walks up, no need, brother. I know that this is your pain, but please. Ooh, sorry. So, yeah. Please wait for part 2 to be filmed.